What you waiting for? It's time. Time for love. It's time. Time for the sun and sand. It's time. Time for fun. It's time. It's time. It's time to let your hair down. Come on. Come on. Come on. To have no fear. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's time. What you waiting for? It's time. 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 What you waiting for?
I know it is that time. As my man James Brown once said, I feel good. Have I used that line before?
Yeah, but you sound like Barry White today.
I've had a rough day. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Sunday edition of the Merto Show. My name is James Brown. I'm more brown than James, but my name's Merv, and I welcome you to another edition. Thank you for joining us on this lovely, lovely Sunday. I'm feeling a little bit rough or worse for wear.
Why is that?
I've had a great day yesterday, and I'm feeling really, really good. I'm in a very good mood, a joy. I've had a brilliant breakfast. My wife made me some beautiful, beautiful breakfast. Actually, before I get into that, I'm going to introduce, like I always do, the people that make this happen. The gang behind the scenes, the one and only Mr. Ajoy Barreto.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another Sunday with the Merto Show.
How you doing, big fella? All good?
All good, all good. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Wilbert Cardozo.
Hello, everyone. Hope you are doing great.
I'm sure they are. They're listening to you. We have got, I've just started to mention my wife, but we've got the one and only Mrs. Joanne Brito on the show.
Good evening, everybody. I believe in...
You can't say good evening, dude. What if somebody's watching it in...
But we're live at 6 in the evening. What to
Good
say?
point. Joanne Brito. Well done. Good point. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was just about to say India is celebrating Friendship Day.
Today?
Yeah. So I believe the United Nations declared the 30th of July Friendship Day, but many countries, including India, use the first Sunday of August as Friendship Day.
Well, happy Friendship Day to everybody out there.
I wanted to just say...
Okay, go on.
To all our friends and family everywhere, everybody involved in the show, we just want to say happy Friendship Day, but always, always remember, friends are the family that you choose, and you should always remember that.
I don't know what that means. You can't choose your family. You can choose, or you can't choose.
Choose your friends, and friends are the family that you choose, because lots of us are dotted around the world, here, there, and everywhere, in different places, and our friends become our support mechanism and all of that kind of thing.
Okay, happy Friendship Day, Joanne. Okay. We've also got two members of the team that work behind the scenes that are not on camera, that we try. They're very shy. Mr. Yusuf Mataji and Mr. Neil Rodrigues. Thank you, gentlemen. Neil's shaking his head. How you doing, Neil? Good, thumbs up. Mr. Mataji, sang mare.
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for calling me.
Oh, hello. Is there the dictator in the house?
Sneak him into the frame. Get him in. Get in the frame, dude. There he is.
Yay.
Look at that handsome face. God damn. That's a face only a mother could love. Good fella. That's Mr. Yusuf Mataji. He's going to edit that out. I swear to God, he's a good guy. Gentlemen, I always say this to you and lady. Thank you very much for making this happen, putting this all together, because it's. I meet people all the time, and I met a bunch of my boys yesterday and had a good laugh. And it's nice to hear the good things that people say about the show, and we're doing it for fun. And I want everybody to know we're still very, very early stages and trying to make this happen. So this whole team, I appreciate everything you do to make this happen every Sunday. We'd like to think that we put out a decent product. It's something that we're proud of, and we work hard. There's a lot of frustration and yelling and...
What, in the house?
Yeah, in a good way, like you would have on Friendship Day in a family. But it all comes together on a Sunday, and I thank you guys for it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Merv Show. You can check us out on all our social media handles. Check out our website, themervbritoshow.com. You can check out the social media handles everywhere you get all your social media from, on YouTube, X, Facebook, Insta, WhatsApp. And as always, I always say, you can call us. We want to hear from you. We've got a number, a telephone number we promote all the time. You can either WhatsApp us, you can video call us, or you can call us. The number is
7507-246-246.
There you go. Very easy to remember. 7507-246-246. We'd love to hear from you. Give us a call. Tell us what you think while the show's going on. We'll promote what you're saying, your ideas, your thoughts. We'd love to get you live on the air. I had a brilliant breakfast this morning. Thanks to my wife. She made me some nice poi and egg and cheese and ham, and she's made me 5 kilos heavier than I was yesterday, but I enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Mrs. Brito.
Very well.
It was a lovely Sunday lay-in. I look forward to my Sundays, and I really enjoyed it today.
Queen of breakfasts, yes.
Breakfast queen, I'll give you that much. I had a brilliant day, and I sound a lot worse for wear. I mentioned the basketball boys, this gang of kids that I play. Kids. They're my colleagues. They're friends. Some of them are kids.
Schubert?
Chubby's not a kid. Chubby's got kids.
The biggest kid of all is you, Merv.
I am. I'm a kid at heart. I don't feel a day over 17. But physically, I've got to remind my body, I'm 54 years old, and I hang out with these guys, and we had an absolute blast. We had a gyande. I don't know if you know what a gyande is. Shub.
Gyan, as in the Hindi word gyan?
Beshte Mariami Bosun Pielo. Am I saying it? That's proper grammar? We had a day where we talk about basketball, where we sat down and drank. And it was so much fun to get everybody together on a Sunday during the monsoon. We were at this place called Studio Mellow Studio, whatever it is. It's called Hunglos. It's a restaurant that Richie and Calvin are... I shouldn't say a restaurant. It's a place that they've opened up. Calvin's got his office there. He's an architect. But they've got the most awesome Northeast food.
Yeah, you two were late one weekend because you'd gone there for the brunch.
Yeah, Ajo and I went there. I took you there, Ajo.
Yeah.
Hunglos.
It was really nice.
So we were sitting there, and all the guys, Brett and Calvin and Shuby, and the whole gang was there, and we were talking and laughing and joking. Which is, you know what? People get too caught up in all the quote-unquote important things to do, and you forget about what makes your life and why you do all this hard work and the stuff you do. So we had a really good time, and we drank and we played darts.
Do you think they'll be hanging out at Hunglos?
I like that name, dude.
Hangovers, you mean?
Hungover from Hunglos.
Hunglos at Hunglos.
I told Richie he needs to have like an Indian Hooters, dude. Have a bunch of older women that really would justify the name Hunglos. You know what I'm saying? Shuby's got Hunglos.
Not just women. What are you talking about?
Topless, Joanne. It's Hooters.
Yeah, men.
Oh, you want
men can hung.
Well, there's a lot of men that were there yesterday that hung lows. Let me tell you, boy. Jojo, my man. Shuby, my man. All these guys. And we had a really good time. We had a really good laugh. So I thank you boys very much. They had some good feedback about it.
Do you think we could patch them in on a call later on in the show?
They're chicken shit, you know. Brett and Josh and Calvin were trying to explain to me what we could do to make the show better. And I told them, we need all the help we can get. Like I said, this is a project that we're doing, a labor of love, but we've all got full-time jobs, and I'd love to hire somebody. By the way, if you're looking for a job in, how would you describe this, Ajoy? Describe this position that I'm looking to hire somebody for.
It's
Organized chaos?
Yes, and somebody who's basically good in front of the screen as well as behind the screen in terms of production and all of that and all the coordination. We are growing, and there's a lot of work here where you could learn a lot. So yeah.
If you're looking for a job, I'm dead serious. Get in touch with me. These guys are supposed to be, they told me yesterday they're going to try and look out for me and help me out. But we're looking for somebody full-time that can sit and work with us, and we can guide them as to what they need. But they need to bring something to the table. They need to be relatively educated or knowledgeable in social media, manage OBS, editing, and it pays very well. Let me tell you, if you've got the qualifications and you can help us make what we do, make it better, I'm looking to hire somebody. Anyway, Brett, Josh, by the way, Josh, you know what this means? that means get me a drink. I beat him at darts yesterday. He was running his mouth, and they were telling me that the only reason he came second in all India dart competition because the winner was Stevie Wonder. That wasn't very nice. I didn't like that. And I spanked his butt. Joshua, what's this kid? I can't remember his name. Audrey.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah, what's Audrey's surname? Audrey Menezes. Josh Menezes. He got his butt spanked. I think Brett took me on and he got his butt spanked. So every time I clapped my hands, he had to fix me a drink. So I'm not going to clap my hands.
I'm not going to spill the beans on
Don't
that.
spill the beans. But we had a good time.
There's that famous hip hop song, "Make It Clap."
Make me clap.
Have you heard that one?
I know a guy named Megalai Richie who travels a lot, and he's made it clap. He's a good guy.
That's a different type
Just
of
kidding,
clapping,
Richie.
right? That's a different type of clapping.
Yeah. We had a good time, and I'm feeling all the worse for wear, but I had a blast, and I thank you boys for it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about, I'm going to ask, by the way, before I get into it, I'm going to ask Jojo, who's a big boy in the group. He does coaching. You met Johan Braganza.
Yes, of course.
Braganza. He does a lot of coaching, and I want to have him on the show about sports and athletics and why there's so much politics involved in sports. And there's so many different associations and presidents and leadership and all this kind of stuff that limits the talent to certain ceilings that you can't cross. The money's there, the talent's there, the coaching's there. Why are there so many
How can we?
bureaucrats, red tape, organizations?
How can we push through? Not why. How can we push through?
Jojo, you thought I was kidding with you yesterday. I want to have you on the show, mate. You've got to come on the show. We've got Dr. Lloyd on the show next week.
Yes, indeed. Looking forward to that.
He is my physician. He's a rock star. I like the guy. Clean office, everything on an iPad, and he speaks like
He's very inspirational. He's one of these people.
he's done a TED Talk.
Yeah, he did a TEDx talk recently, but he's very inspirational because of all the work he does in the community. So he's always encouraging people, all the stuff he does with the Toastmasters. He's just set up that new Toastmasters group in Kalangut. So obviously we're going to get to hear about his inspirational work next week. But the thing is, what we're trying to do is always trying to raise people up, just trying to give everybody the opportunity to raise their game and kind of live up to their maximum potential. And I believe that Dr. Lloyd's going to help us advise people a little bit more around that, like your sister Paula did.
Absolutely. So these are topics that we want to talk about, that we want to make people aware of, and people like to discuss, just like garbage, like politics, like corruption. I want to have Jojo in the group. We're going to have Dr. Lloyd this coming Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to listen to somebody he's part of the Toastmasters too, isn't he?
Yeah.
If you want to listen to somebody very interesting, he teaches life-saving, all kinds of stuff. He'll be on next Sunday. We will definitely get to him. Who am I missing? I spoke about everybody that I met yesterday, right? By the way, I told one of the boys yesterday, Brett he was in form. He was like Jesus, dude. He kept turning wine into water. He was drinking wine like it was water.
Drinking wine, feeling fine.
Oh my God.
He got the wine and you got the water?
No, I was drinking. I was drinking vodka the whole day, dude.
Well,
Me and the shoe were drinking.
5 loaves and 2 fish. Did you make it feed 5,000?
Oh my God, we had a blast. Leo showed up late as usual. Leo's Elroy and Colin. We had a really good fun time. I don't know. I'm missing Raul. But it was a really, really good time. And one of the things that he mentioned to me, I don't know if it was because he was drunk or what. He says, always don't ask for permission. Ask for forgiveness.
Oh, I've heard that.
I've never heard that. I told Brett I'm going to use it. I've never heard that. I thought it was so cool. Shout out to my boy Brett. It's a good time we had yesterday. It's nice that I can actually reminisce. And as busy and as important as everybody thinks they are, it's nice to get together and have a laugh.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Merto Show. We do this every week, and we love to get you involved. We don't have guests on every week. Every now and then when we think that there's somebody interesting, there's somebody that can help anybody listening out there, we get them on the show and we ask them some questions that might help somebody else. So don't forget, Dr. Lloyd and possibly, if Jojo's free, either the following Sunday or Sunday to come.
Yeah, but I think also it's also important for people to realize that what we want to highlight is what's going on here in Goa, what's happening in India, and then things from around the world that could be interesting, or there's some topical link. I think that's what people also need to understand, because we're also happy to get feedback from all of our listeners, or everybody kind of that maybe not watching live, but then interacting with us during the week as well.
We've got a bunch of messages that we're going to read out, or phone calls that we're going to answer, and requests that have come through. We want you to be interactive. Like I told you, I mentioned the website, www.themervbritoshow.com, all the social media handles. By the way, if you want to know what these people look like in the studio, go check out the website. You can see the handsome Ajoy, Wilbert, the beautiful Joanne. They're all on the website. Every show that we do gets uploaded to the website. So if you missed the live show, you can watch it there. Please like, share, subscribe. We appreciate the help and love, but leave your comments. Ajoy, we always talk about leaving comments. Where do you leave comments, by the way?
On any of our social media handles, just go to the comments section. We will respond. We will try and respond, especially live. You're going to get a response a lot quicker because we're going to air your views if you'd like on the show. Or we keep you anonymous, and we want to get this conversation started, whatever it may be we are discussing, and whatever you'd like to discuss, please do suggest to us. We're more than happy to take your point of view.
Absolutely. I don't know all the answers. I'm always willing to learn. My sister gives me advice all the time. Paula calls me and tells me about my health, and Mira calls and tells me about the show, and you got to make love to the camera. Mira, this is for you, Mira. Check this out, baby.
Always.
She gave you that advice.
Morgan.
Celebrated her birthday late.
Let's get right to it. I love to do a show where you can educate. Hey, right, Brett, you can use that.
No. The BBC
Educate.
used to say edutainment, which was
Joanne, I'm going to copyright that.
Entertainment. That was what the BBC said first.
Well, this is entertainment with a mission. We talk about things and topics with a twist as we promote it on all the social media handles. We talk about things, and I give you my take on them. But this is not guided or jaded or it's an honest opinion about things that are trending, that are happening during the week. There's lots of stuff that we're going to talk about today. Let's jump right into it. Where are we going to start, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, unfortunately, we just wanted to start with some of the bad behaviour within the assemblies and within like the Lok Sabha and all of that, within all of these kind of parliament.
Go assembly.
It's just like people behaving badly. So I think this is something that you were interested to really talk about, Ajoy.
Yes, you know what? I believe that after 70 plus years of democracy, I think we should be better behaved in the parliament. Our politicians should be more representative of our needs, of trying to find solutions and to making this country as great as we know it can be, whether it be a state like Goa or the country as a whole. So this is not against any particular party or any political affiliation. We just want better politicians. And I think it is our responsibility as voters to ask our politicians to represent us better and to get solutions to problems that affect us all, not just one or two people, right? So we wanted to discuss about that. We wanted to see how other countries are so better at this. So why not have that conversation?
It's not rocket science. I've said this 100 times. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. This is our assembly, which is in session right now.
This one isn't. This is actually the Lok Sabha, I believe.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about our assemblies in session right now in Porvory.
Yeah.
At the, what is it called?
At the Secretariat.
Secretariat, right? So the assembly's in session. But bad behavior is unacceptable. I don't care where it is. And we as humans need to hold ourselves to a certain standard. You represent yourself, you represent your family, but you're representing your constituents.
Yeah.
And I saw on the other day, it was trending on one of the news channels, this guy had to be carried out.
So I've actually created taken snippets from online, from various news channels, and I would like to play that for you. I want to get your reaction, Merv.
Tell me, show me. Do me.
Here we go.
This is happening right now, and it's scary because these people don't know. आमचो गोंयकार मरे असेंब्ली आहात
स्पीकर सर
अजय
Yeah, listen.
लोकल मरे आमचो
एक नवो जागो मेळपाक जाय पूण ते जाग्यार अजून कांय जायना आमी रेझोल्यूशन पास केलें उल्हास तुवेंकरान
शी 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 शी
आतां आमचो डिमांड कितें आहा
जमनान बसला मरे तो
इन्स्टिट्यूटा खातीर
आवाज
So
बरोबर तो अरे सोडा तेका तो वयतलो
where else in the world would this happen, guys?
म्हाका फोडलो तुमी
अरे चप्पल काट थापड़ दी बार थापड़.
तो फोनवर
Are you kidding me?
Okay. So basically, he was this gentleman. I don't know who he is. He's protesting something that's happened in the house. But why should it come down to this?
Oh my.
But this was last year, correct? Yeah.
This is this year.
No, 24.
I don't get it, dude.
She's only throwing caps on towards the speaker. There's no respect for the speaker.
Flipping man. Oh my God.
The books are thrown. This is in Goa, by the way, guys. This is from the past.
Oh my God. Who is that? Listen. That's it. Kill it, dude. This is it is uncalled for. This is unacceptable. That's it. These people are being held in high I've always said that about politicians, by the way. Sometimes it scares me to have the kind of people that make it to office. Mm-hmm. There have to be qualifications. There's got to be some certain benchmarks, certain things that you have to be able to do to get to this level. If you're in a parliament, if you're in a session, you better be shit scared of the speaker and what the speaker can do. You've got to have respect.
Yeah.
In your daily life, when you're interacting with people, you've got to have respect, right? If you're yelling and screaming and need to be carried out, you don't respect the speaker. How is the speaker elected, by the way, here?
So that's the thing, right? I believe that the whole process, we have the rules. I'm sure there are house rules, and the way that there are rules in terms of how you should behave in the secretariat or the assembly, what have you. But because it's so impartial or partial, biased, the speaker's chair being so biased, it basically you get to elect a party, or the people who are elected get to elect somebody from one of the elected representatives to be the chair.
But Ajoy,
because it's based on who's got the majority of the house.
But it should be neutral.
it has to, but not only that, but you better be scared. There have to be fines, and there have to be what is it called? There's got to be repercussion now.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask, what is the well of the house? Because they're basically saying the well of the house, you can have placards and slogans, and that is acceptable in terms of protesting. But in terms of kind of making a bit of a mockery of what people are doing, I believe the opposition, obviously they were trying to kind of raise the topic of Manipur in the assembly on Monday, which is great because obviously they need to raise the profile of the problems that are going on there. But at some point, apparently the hat from one of the security guards was taken off, and they were trying to put it on somebody else's head. Now that's kind of a bit disrespectful and stuff like that. You shouldn't be doing that because you're there to represent your constituents.
This ain't a football game. This is not an entertaining or an event for entertainment.
Yeah.
This is something very serious. And in any other country in the world, that person would be barred, banned, fined, put out, kicked out. The whips would come in and you can't have this kind of behavior. And half these guys, I hate to say it, I am not promoting or protecting or this is my own opinion. This is my own personal opinion. But I think some of these people need to understand that they need to be held to a higher regard as people in power that are representing your constituency. What is it? Constituency.
Yeah, constituency.
Constituents and your constituency, right? But it's embarrassing if that's my guy out there screaming and yelling and throwing stuff. That's how you'd expect kids in a school to behave, and that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
See, we live in a democracy. You have a right to question the government, and you have a right to pose a question to the government as well. So the compromise, the issue here is that somebody wants to talk about a topic that affects their constituency, the state, or even the country. The problem is because we have a compromised speaker, some of those questions are not allowed to be debated, which is wrong, right? And secondly, when you are allowed to debate it, you cannot say when you want to debate it. If there is a time that is given, respect that time. And when it comes to it, bring it up, discuss it. But discuss it in a way that, you educate the public about the issue. And that,
Correct.
right? You cannot just be shouting and screaming. And yeah, you bring your placards. You can keep your placards in front of you. Wear a black man for all you care, right? But force the government to have a discussion and ask the questions of the government, right? Let's see the answers.
Otherwise, it's ineffective if you're not actually achieving your objective, because there's always going to be party lines. And, you know, in every parliament, in every area, in every country in the world, there's always the party line, and they organise who's going to ask this question so that these things get raised at the right time so people can start debating them. But if you're ineffective in actually bringing about some kind of discussion or debate around that topic, or allowing your constituents to have some representation or understand a bit more why it matters to them to actually bring up that topic in the first place, then you're kind of failing.
I'll tell you what, ask these guys, and here again it comes back to the word discipline. There is upbringing, there's discipline, there's morals, there's values. Guys, you are leaders in your states, whatever. You're being looked up to. The spotlight's on you. The media's watching you. The public's watching you. Half of these guys have absolutely no clue how to behave like an educated, like a disciplined, like a person of leadership, right? Actually, you know what? Just ask him to spell discipline.
That's right. That's another question, right? Is it because the majority of our elected representatives are uneducated, that they don't know these small things? Listen, it doesn't matter if you're educated or not. You should at least have this basic.
How about these are poche.
Forget the poche, man. Well, you know what? Even the voters should be asking these guys, hey, man, speak properly, talk about our issues properly. Oh, you know what? We'll never vote you again. Simple as that.
There have to be repercussions, Ajo. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You know what? These things are expensive. Now look at this. I'm bringing up an article, I think, which is from some time back. But it's expensive to hold these discussions or sessions, as they call it, in Goa. For example, this was from 2023, which I found. 25 MLAs get 26.4 lakhs for attending the assembly. In an 18-day session, if you don't discuss things, it's washed out. People are being, hats are being thrown. People are being carried away. Nothing's being discussed. Why is my taxpayer money being wasted like this?
Yeah,
Right.
but also the thing is that in the afternoon session, these guys got suspended. And so because they got suspended from the session, they didn't have the maximum suspension. But then the education debate, I think it kind of went through, uncontested, essentially.
Listen, I'm not going to get into the details. I don't want to get... We're not a political show, but we talk about this. We highlight this. We're not either right or left. You talk about these things and bring them to the forefront. Can I ask you a very important question? What are we doing about it? How do you fix this problem? You've got some of these goons, thugs, uneducated, ill, whatever the word is, right? But you can't, I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying we've had this. This is not the first time it's happened. We've had some very dignified, educated, knowledgeable, qualified people in power. You have to have some kind of this thing in discipline, charisma, education to be in politics. People are looking up to you. And if you don't do a good job, you're not going to be voted in the next year. How do we keep ending up with these people in places of power?
I have some definite ideas on this. I could be wrong. One is, I feel that the more educated people of this country, especially let's talk about Goa. When we were liberated in 1961, I think from that time, slowly but surely, the well-educated people either didn't participate in politics or left Goa altogether.
Can I tell you why?
Go ahead.
Because they don't want to have their name sullied. They don't want to be dragged to and be called a politician, because it's a bad word, no?
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? It shouldn't be, right?
But the thing is, I just have to say that ultimately, at the end of the day, people have to enter politics for the right reasons, and they should always, always understand that they're there
Easier
for the
said than
people.
done.
I'm just saying that should be the motivation. It's not for own personal gain. It's actually to represent the people.
And to add,
That's the most important thing, because I think we were debating a little bit more earlier on about some of these huge investment projects that are going around India, and obviously putting India on a global stage. But then you've still got so many people living so far below the poverty line. It's really upsetting and sad to see.
what you're saying is a dream, by the way. People should be there to do what they're supposed to. You're elected. BS. It doesn't happen. And it's sad. You got, I think, Vijay Sardesai made this thing. I saw it somewhere on the news or on online.
You're jumping ahead.
Panchayats are like ATMs for corruption, right? There is so much money that is allotted to these governing bodies to be able to be spent and used for specific reasons, proper, valid reasons. And sadly, and I'm not trying to create controversy, but sadly that money ends up in a lot of these guys' pockets. And the have-nots want to be the haves. The have-nots want to get rich quick, blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to work hard for money. You want to do it the quick way. I want to drive what he's driving. I want to dress what he's wearing. I want his watch. And mate, you're in politics to do the right thing. And great people that have come before you would be turning over in their graves.
And the question has to be asked of the voter as well. You're bringing these guys into power. Please, you know what? Look yourself in the mirror and see that you need better representation, and you need to start asking for better qualities in our representatives. Come on, it all starts with us. No excuses. I truly believe in that.
Be the change.
But yeah, you're right. Be the change you want to see. But I also feel that people need to think that people can make a change for them, that their lives can be improved for the better, or their communities can be improved for the better. It's all about that kind of development in your local area, and also leading by your own personal example. But then there's got to be those people that are representing you that are actually going to make those differences.
अरे go by तुम्ही 100 रुपये दे मगा तुमचे वोट कट 100%. ना रे युसुफ
आता 10,000
फोन 10,000 खो
पेंशन
1,000 रुपये दे तुका वोट माझे वोट दिता
तुका वोट दिता दी मगा
पॉलिटिकल मारे तो पॉलिटिक मारे तो
Who wants to vote for Merv?
Ask. Let's ask Yusuf. Remember last time Yusuf
you
had...
don't get a vote with Yusuf.
Wait. No, last time Yusuf wanted to change in Kim Jong. Come on, baby. Tell us about how do you fix... Mr. Yusuf Mataji from Siolim, how do you fix this problem?
I don't want to drag it.
Huh?
He doesn't want to drag it.
He doesn't want to drag it. Fuck, you make a damn good politician right now.
Actually, that's a good answer.
I don't want to drag it. What you're dragging, re? Kida drag kurda? Hunglos mare tumcho dragging kurda? You had a very good suggestion. We should be a dictatorship, right?
Right.
It's a double-edged sword, baby. Okay, another solution, Merv. You know what? The Speaker of the House has
to have more power.
No, power is the regulations are there. They should not be political. So you have to get somebody from out of who is not elected, who is respected by the society, and who knows who's going to go straight by the book.
Ajoy, that's a good suggestion. But there have to be repercussions. There have to be bans. There have to be, what are the words I can't think. I'm getting old. I had too much drink yesterday.
Fines. Lost a few brain cells.
Yeah, lost a couple. Suspensions, fines, banning. You get held out. Like if in a poker tournament, if you misbehave, you miss a couple of hands. It's got to hit you in the pocket. And until you have people that respect the person in charge, Ajoy, you'll never get somebody that is unbiased. They're always going to have political affiliations, political views, thoughts, whatever. You can't, unless you're the Supreme Court where you have to be. The House, the Speaker of the House is elected by the majority in the House, I guess. In the U.S., that's how it works, right? But they're shit scared of the Speaker because you've got whips for either party or multiple parties that basically whip people in line to get them to vote and do what they're supposed to do. But if you go against and you break a rule in the House, in the chambers, it is painful, not financially. It's painful for all the bans and all the things that will happen to you. So you end up, you have to behave yourself, guys.
Yeah, you don't want detention after school, do you?
There you go.
But
good
the
analogy.
Thing is, I think also over and above that, it's actually about any civil servants, any people in public office, public service. They also have to... You kind of have to represent and have this continuity, whichever party is involved. So they have to be kind of a bit more neutral and down the line.
Okay.
Because it happens in lots of other parts of the world, and you'd kind of hope that it can happen here too.
Well, on this Friendship Day, I hope you have a lot of friends that can actually go out there and vote and get into politics and make the changes. The million-dollar question at the end of the day is, how do you make a change, a positive change? And let's lead into something a
How
little
can
bit...
you drum up more support?
Good one, Joanne. Give her a round of applause.
That leads into our next topic. But before
Good
that,
segue. Fun.
Before that,
Fun.
please do ask everybody to. It's a hot topic. We all know that. So we would love our viewers and listeners to give us their thoughts, right, Merv?
Post your suggestions, your views, your comments below. Ajay, give me one platform, dude. Where can we do this, man? We got too many places to. I get confused. I don't do all this.
WhatsApp us on our number. As simple as that. WhatsApp.
What
us.
if you're watching it after the show's broadcast, Sergi?
Then we will talk about their views on the next show for sure. We will.
तो असे म्हणणार आहे ऐक रे माझी
All right.
आता आम्ही लाईव्ह आहा शो आर मरे लाईव्ह आहा मरे आम्ही फोन मारीत जाल्यार
Come on, Mira, we saw your lovely message. Come and give us a call. We'd love to hear from you.
I'm saying
live.
while we're doing the show, I want to get somebody on the air to talk about this. I can be somebody who brings up the topics, but you want to hear the views and what people are saying and thinking. If you can get in touch with us during the show, we'll put you on the air. But after the show, leave your suggestions in the comments below.
Yeah,
Yes?
absolutely.
Where? There.
In the comments.
Comment.
Where?
Mordekar, tu Mordekar
but-
Mordekar kona comments koi galu.
Listen, if you would like to do it in Facebook, go to the Facebook page.
तो असे म्हणता मरे very clever he is, huh?
We will
What about
Yeah.
YouTube?
Number one.
on YouTube or on Instagram.
Mickey, number one.
Or any of these ones, we'll pull it out. We will see you. Don't worry, and we will definitely attend to those comments.
We want to hear about what you're thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, leave us a comment. Leave us your views and opinions, and we would definitely bring them up and talk about them on the air. Okay, on to something a little bit sweeter, nicer, kinder. I saw this little boy, and it blew my mind as a drummer. Talk about it. Let's do
You're
this.
a drummer also.
I am a drummer. I try to be. 19 months old. This little tyke is beaten up. It can't be. What the hell is he doing, dude? He's probably just
That was his dad's drum kit that he got for Christmas.
19
So
months
he
old
was
drummer
only
boy goes,
14
wow.
months old when his dad got this drum kit. And I think the parents just sat him on the stool just to kind of see how he'd react.
And we have any video?
They
Do we
were
have
just
anything?
really surprised that he
Totally.
really just got the beats.
We have some video. Wait
He's
one
a little
second.
guy
Dale.
called
Ajay,
Callum Ivarez. He's called Callum Ivarez.
Callan Ivarez.
Ivarez.
He is, you can go online and check this out. I was blown. He is very cute, dude. People say, he's actually keeping to the beat.
I'll tell you what, he's really good.
Dude, that's no joke. Holy shit. Okay.
He's had 100 million views.
He deserves it. That is so cute. And you know what? As a drummer, he's actually keeping the beat. I can tell you, he's not just making a noise. I think that's so cool. At 19 months old, there's a dude that he's going to end up like. One of my favorite. I was talking to Raul about this yesterday. There's a guy named. Oh my God, I'm getting old. I forgot. Ajay, तुम्ही तो आने तो एक थापड़ा दे गाल मारे तुम्हें.
One
Your
second.
guy with the-
I want to talk about the name of this guy is the little boy,
Ivarez.
Cassie Ivarez.
No, that's his mum.
Okay. All right.
His dad's called Wesley. His mum's called
And
Cassie.
where is he from? Where is he from?
I'm assuming the US, but I don't know
Okay.
for sure.
All right.
Number.
Okay, just do a
That's
search
really
online.
cute. He's got 100 million views on social media. He deserves it. He's very cute. And he's actually, this is my man. Play this, dude.
Toxicity with one hand. That's one of the most epic drum
This guy's
solos
mad,
ever
dude.
recorded. So yes, I can. Let's do it.
Check this out, yeah? Can people hear this now? Is it going out live?
It is going live, and I hope you don't get.
I can't hear it that loudly, so they should be
dude.
fine.
You can't do this. It's cool because that little kid is going to end up being this guy. This guy is awesome. He's one of my favorite drummers. But this little kid, 19 months old, is amazing.
Yeah.
What's his name? Give him a shout out, dude. Whatever his name.
That's why I asked for his
He's called
name. Nobody
Callum.
knows his name. Callum.
She's already told you it's Callum Ivarez.
Ivarez.
Well done,
Ivarez.
Junior. Junior can and he's going to be like the big boy drummers that we were watching. Okay.
So he's getting all the right kind of attention, but then unfortunately, we're moving on to the wrong kind of attention. So
Uh-oh.
obviously
Get
with or you kind of rise in the doorbell cams and all of those kind of things.
I saw this.
We heard a really sad story of this woman confessing to murdering her own grandmother.
She didn't
on a
know she was
doorbell
doing it, did
cam.
she?
Well, no, she was in a bit of a tiz and she was running, asking for help and stuff like that. But unfortunately, she'd beaten her own grandmother to death, which is
Caught on
horrific.
camera, chilling confession. A woman admits to murder in a shocking outburst on a neighbor's doorbell camera.
Horrendous.
Oh my God. You know what? It's sad. This is in Mobile.
This is the one.
Yeah, in the US.
A doorbell camera captured Jalen Mia Lupton springing up her next-door neighbor's front porch steps and blurting a chilling confession.
She says, I killed my grandmother, I need help.
Cheryl Edwards, who was alerted to Lupton's presence as she
You kidding me, dude?
That's horrific,
On
isn't
a
it?
doorbell
and the
camera.
two tussle.
Get out! Get out!
Edwards runs her off with a mop, but Lupton returns. This time, she busts through the front door.
Help me! Help!
She's got to be on something, dude.
No, I think the thing is, unfortunately, the poor grandmother had been a victim of a lot of abuse, and this neighbor had also witnessed it.
It was horrible.
Bogle County Sheriff Paul Burge says Lupton savagely beat her grandmother.
She should run
to
for
death
political
Saturday.
party. She should be a
Reasons that
freaking-
aren't clear. 70-year-old
It's
Diane Moore of
horrific.
Trask was found dead in the front yard of her
This is Mobile, Alabama, dude. This is in the States.
Yeah.
That's sad. That's ridiculous.
It's really, really sad. And the thing is, obviously, you know, there's a lot of controversy around like the security cameras that are kind of taking over the world and kind of observing people and just, you know, kind of being big brother and watching over them the whole time. But we all know that the police are more and more relying on these security cameras, these doorbell cams, you know, cameras in offices and businesses and stuff to kind of, you know, bring criminal cases to pass, you know?
You can't do without them nowadays. We install them, and the reason I'm saying this is when things happen, you want to record what happened, where it happened, when it happened, because you can't be everywhere at the same time. But this is chilling to have somebody who's just committed a murder get caught with a doorbell cam.
I know, but she killed her own grandmother.
She's an animal.
That's the worst thing about the
I hope she gets what's coming to her. What's your take on it, Ajay?
I'm actually quite interested in the point of view of Joanne regarding the prevalence of these scams now, and could we prevent a crime from happening? I think we'll have to go in the direction of that movie. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah,
The Minority Report.
Oh yes.
A what
from
report?
while ago.
Minority Report.
Minority Report,
with
I
Tom
know.
Cruise.
Yeah.
Where they are able to prevent crime
Events.
before it even happened.
Yes, yes.
So do you think it's going to be possible, Merv? Do you think that's going to happen in the future?
I've always said to my customers, we run a company. We have a company, an internet company, and we provide internet connections and camera and all these kind of things. And I always tell them, cameras are more of a deterrent.
Yeah.
I don't know they can prevent, they are a deterrent. And if that's going to prevent something, it's good. To have cameras is better than not having cameras, because if a crook or somebody's going to do some mischief or something wrong, sees your house as camera, they say, screw this, we'll mess with the neighbor's house, right? I don't know if it's going to a degree, that is prevention, no?
I guess so.
But to be able to get caught is shocking. That not only have you done something wrong, you're stupid enough to admit it on a webcam. I mean, on a doorbell cam. And that's sad.
But I think also because, you know, people are talking about Big Brother is watching you from that famous novel, 1984. You know, people are just kind of, the human rights groups are also kind of protesting against that kind of stuff. But we have to think of security first, I believe.
Nowadays, it's paramount. You don't have a choice. You need cameras everywhere, because now even the cops want... I don't want to get into this. I'm not opening up another can of worms. But yes, now in Goa, when a crime occurs, the cops will actually ask you, do you have cameras? And
well, we've had people come to the office, haven't we? Like,
can
did you
give 'em
see
the
that
footage.
bike driving past? And what did we get the number
you got
plate?
it. We got him on camera, and you still don't do anything about it. No.
Oh, wait. I missed that. Are you saying that you do provide footage of a crime happening here in Goa and nothing happens after that? That's crazy, man.
It happens all the time. We've got a police force, dude. I'm going to get locked up, but we've got a police force that does just about nothing. I'm talking about firsthand experience. And just as a disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen, these are my own political views or my own views. But I've interacted enough times, and I try to stay far away from the police and any crime or any bad things happening. Unfortunately, in the business, you have to deal with certain issues that come about, and I've had to deal with the police more than I'd like. They're absolutely
ineffectual, a lot of cases. Right?
It's sad, and I'm not blanketing. I'm not saying about it. I'm sure they work very hard, and there's a lot of cops that do a very good job. But when a crime's committed nowadays, it's a joke to have to report it. You have to give them the footage, and 9 out of 10 times, nothing will happen. And I'm talking about first-hand experience.
Okay, let me bat for the police here, right? Could it be that they're understaffed, they're overloaded, and they are unable to actually see each and every case to its logical conclusion? And it is a fact. We are understaffed here in Goa.
I believe that would definitely be the case.
Can I tell you what the problem is?
Tell me.
Money. Everybody wants to make a quick buck. You've got to pay to get ahead in even in the police force to become from one level, from a whatever level to a second to a third or whatever level. You've got to pay, right? You've got to be able to earn that money back. Police are more worried about collecting money on the streets, stopping people for illegalities, not wearing a helmet and all that BS, which has finally stopped. And I think, you know what? I want to give that a round of applause. That's actually a good thing that's happened.
What
I heard from Shantaram that you cannot stop somebody and give somebody a ticket unless there's a camera running. You've got some higher ranking officer with a camera running. Did you know that, by the way?
Do they wear body cams these days?
There's a body camera right on their front.
And
like the old days, you could stop anybody and give them a ticket, issue a challan. People would bribe you. They would take money. Nowadays, you cannot stop people without a camera running.
I think they were talking about implementing that here in Goa, right?
It's implemented. I've seen it.
You've seen it?
I've seen it. They cannot stop you unless a senior officer's part of it and they have a camera running. So that's a good change for the positive. But all in all, overall, it's a joke. And people know our political system, our judicial system, and the police here in this country are absolutely lagging behind. I'm talking about politics. I'm talking about the judicial system as in going to court. Everybody's got cases that last 15, 20 years.
Yeah, that's
It's a
crazy.
joke.
That's true.
And when you have an emergency, you have a crime that's been committed. Now I don't even, sometimes you think, why do I even bother? Most people, they should be able to make a phone call and get the police to come by as quickly as possible and make every effort to resolve a problem and fix it. No? Somebody's done a bad thing, they need to be punished, lock them up, whatever. Get wrongs made right. And they'll ask you for footage. So cameras do help. They are a deterrent, but they're not, I don't know about the Minority Report movie, but they're not going to stop crime. They're going to try and deter it and prevent it.
And at least that, right? So at least it's a deterrent. And we should try and implement that. Like, for example, if you're spending in Panjim, apparently, they spent 250 crores on CCTV cameras.
Lord.
And
Are you kidding me? Say that again. 250 crores.
250 crores.
There are hardly any cameras.
And the
there.
cameras are not, I don't think they're working. So what's the point, mate?
That's a travesty. That is absolutely. Listen, we talked about this last show about tourism.
Yes.
They spent 26 crore on promoting tourism. Where? Who? What? Is there nobody checking what they spend and how it was spent and getting legitimate bills and receipts? Are there no tenders put out there? Nobody checks this. You can't say. There it is right there. 250 crore spent on cameras.
Yeah, Fathoda MLA Vijay Sardesai Monday questioned the government. This was on 6th August 2024, it's almost a year ago. He questioned the government about 250 crore expense for buying 250 CCTV cameras. So it's a crore a camera.
Whoa, hello.
Shut up.
For Panaji and nearby areas.
1 CR per camera.
Yes. Merv, do you have any of those in your inventory?
Baba, we installed these cameras. Our cameras are not even close to being that expensive.
That must be X-ray, More X-ray.
So obviously
so
IP cameras, not analog.
Joanne knows about IP and analog. You're smart, Joanne.
I know.
I tell you what, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this without any... I don't care. I think it's a joke. And we always come back because, ladies and gentlemen, we do this show. It's called the Merv Show, but we do it because we love this place. I'm not trying to be political. I'm not trying to create rabble-rouse or anything, but these kind of things need to be spoken about. When you've got cameras being installed. And it's not a bad thing, by the way, if you install 250 cameras and you've got a budget for it and people are paying their taxes and you can help prevent crime or solve crime or traffic accidents or whatever the case may be. Like the UK, where money is well spent. All over the world, we spend money to better infrastructure because it helps. At the end of the day, it helps the taxpayer, no?
Absolutely, yes. It's for the benefit of the community.
150 crores spent on 250 cameras. Where are the cameras?
In Panjim, in the so-called smart city project.
Best day, mother.
How
Best
is
day,
that
mother.
smart city project working out these days?
We'd be waiting for that smartness as well.
कोणच्या कार मरे तुम्ही सांग मरे उलोय रे
Baba, किती सांगू बाबा? Wait
Ode
to start,
kata?
when to end? No, no end, no start also.
Smart city with holes in the roads.
Yeah.
You can give a person a smartphone. It doesn't make them smart, does it? So you can talk about a smart city. You can put all of the equipment and the top of the line kit, all show and no go. But listen,
All
we're
the
laughing
gear
about this.
and
Can
no
I ask
idea.
you? We're laughing about this. Has anybody, Vijay Sardesai brought this up, right? What's going to happen about this? Who's going to check this? Where did the money go? Who spent it? Who bought the cameras? Where are the cameras? How many are working? How many are non-functional?
But he's also brought up a very similar topic this week, actually, in the Assembly about the Panchayats, which you've also touched on about
saw that somewhere.
some of these tenders, so some of these works, these huge public works being awarded without any tenders going out there. That's a huge problem these days.
Joanne, it's not these days. It's happened for many, many months and years, and it's going to keep happening.
Diplomatic.
And it's getting worse. It's getting worse as well.
Yeah, but Ajoy, that's why we're doing the show. The whole premise of doing the show is to make people aware of there's a lot of things happening. And again, I'm saying to you, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer and always talk about the negative, and I'm sure there's great things happening, and I love this place. But because I love this place, I talk about these things. How do we make that change, that permanent change, with a good suggestion, other than just replicates what's being done in other places, other countries, and bring it back to our Moga? The make my old Goa great again. How do we implement these changes with the way things are going? People are sitting and going, hey, how did this happen? You voted these people in, right?
And you're not doing anything about it. You're not getting off your ass and making a change. So please do that first, mate.
Okay, enough about that. We could talk about this for 10 shows, but we're not going to. Next topic on our list.
So basically, we're talking about CCTV and, taking live footage and all of that.
That's the Sistine Chapel.
Hello. Don't
Sorry.
jump ahead. Don't jump ahead.
Sorry.
I just wanted to pay homage to your mum, my lovely mother-in-law, Thelma Brito.
Thelma Brito.
Yep.
What about her?
She always used to say, it's not a picture, it's a photograph. So we were also looking this week at 10 places in the world where you actually are forbidden to take photographs, not pictures.
We're doing this show. It's entertainment with a mission, and we're doing the most trending things out there. If people are just tuning in, this is the Merv Brito Show. We're doing a show. We do this every week. It is about trending topics and things that are topical and happening around the world. By the way, are we going to talk about there was a tsunami and an earthquake and all that stuff, right? Is that coming up?
No.
Okay, wonderful. Let's 10 places around the world. Who chose this topic?
No, because thankfully it wasn't as devastating as was originally thought.
That's good. That was good. That's a big thing. We'll talk about it a little bit later. 10 places around the world. Quiz me, ask me questions. I will tell you these 10 places.
Okay, so don't
Toilets,
quote the image.
swimming pools. No, I'm kidding. Around the world. I'm joking. I'm kidding. Around the world, you'd be surprised. These are all tourist destinations. These are like, I've just come back from Italy. I did a show a couple of weeks ago, the Sistine Chapel. Mm-hmm. I know that. You're not allowed to take pictures, and I'll tell you why, because people will waste a lot of time taking pictures of the ceiling that Michelangelo painted, and you can't get people out in time, and it creates a
bottleneck,
a hazard.
But also, do you know what the original reason was why they said you actually couldn't take photographs there?
Why?
Because it was being renovated, so there was a lengthy restoration project from 1980 to 1994.
Okay.
And do you know who actually was funding that?
No.
Nippon Television Network. So
Japanese
television network funded that, and so they wanted the rights for 3 years for anything that was photographed or filmed in the Sistine Chapel. So then obviously they wanted the exclusive rights. However, obviously that has long gone. but they're still enforcing the rules and regs that they don't want people to take photographs. But they're saying that they wanted to protect, obviously all the artwork from the flash photography and stuff. However, many people are just saying it's just so you
Best ever, they foot kiro. That is all footing. How does flash photography affect any kind of art and sculptures and
it's
monuments?
Claimed, though.
That's
it's
bullshit.
claimed in many places.
Yes.
How much was that restoration project? Any idea?
Yusuf?
Yeah.
How much in dollars?
How much? I don't know.
4.2 million.
That's not a big number.
Yeah, but that was in 1980 to 94. Imagine what it would be now.
Let me go through. I'm going to go through this list very quickly. The Sistine
That
Chapel,
is stunning, though.
the Eiffel Tower, the Westminster Abbey, Taj Mahal, the Supreme Court. What Supreme Court? Where?
In the
Historical
US,
Washington,
in
D.C.? Oh, I know the Supreme Court.
Hang on, though. The Taj Mahal.
Yeah,
Why
the Tower.
would-
Hold on, let me finish this.
Okay.
The Tower of London, the Las Vegas casinos, and the Pentagon, the Post Office.
Are you sure about this, guys?
I promise you.
Yeah, but also this, you pronounce that castle in Germany.
Neuschwanstein.
Okay.
Neuschwanstein.
But that's a castle. Oh, wow. I actually saw that. That was a beautiful castle.
Do you know what? That's been the inspirational for the Walt Disney castle.
It is.
Yes.
But you know what? The prince or the king, he was apparently going insane.
Oh, yeah?
He was going insane.
Insane.
What,
And
because the building project took so long?
No, he
Okay.
actually built that to stay away from people.
Ooh.
Or something to that effect. And you should. There's something on DW News, which is the
Deutsche.
Yeah, the German news. They did a report on it. It's beautiful inside.
Apparently, it's one of the most visited castles in the
Yeah.
world. actually.
I'm a little perplexed. I got to say, I can understand security reasons. I can understand security reasons, and I can understand security at an airport and a military base and all these places. Ladies and gentlemen, these are what are they called? These are places around
Places of interest.
Why would you not be allowed to take pictures of the Taj Mahal or the Eiffel Tower?
Because in the Taj Mahal, inside, it's a mausoleum. You have to be you have
inside.
to be respectful. Obviously, outside you're fine, but apparently there was a Miss Universe that was actually imprisoned for actually taking photographs at the Taj Mahal in the wrong place.
Why?
Because she took the photographs in the wrong place. It said you can't do it for marketing purposes or financial gain, and you could face jail time like the former Miss Universe did in 2013. So obviously taking photographs in the wrong place.
I don't.
So even the Tower of London, you can't take pictures of the crown jewels because you've got the beefeaters there.
Why?
Because it's a security risk.
So I take a picture. What am I going to come and rob the place?
There are some people that have tried.
Mama, come to Goa. You can take pictures everywhere.
No.
Zai tuka kadun dita. It's all.
No, you can't take.
Where? Who said it?
In Old Goa, you can't take it.
Who said?
You go and check.
In Old Goa?
Yeah.
Where in Old Goa? When you went to Old Goa?
Old Goa Church.
St. Francis?
Yeah.
You can't take pictures in
Can't take.
Can you not?
That is an actual
you
religious
can't.
institution, mate. What are you
Baba,
expecting?
listen. If there's a rule, there's a rule. I understand. You have to be respectful. I don't understand why you cannot take a picture. I'm not there to make... God would... If Jesus was there, he'd say, don't take a picture of me.
No.
It's his house.
Hang on, but that is a working church.
During services.
How does it?
you
No,
can't.
not during services.
You can't
I don't
during
mean during
services,
services.
yeah.
Any home or place of worship, I understand you have to be respectful. I'm not saying make a mockery of it. I'm a Catholic. I can say in St. Xavier, I want to take a picture and promote the religion. I'm not doing anything wrong. Just take a picture of the altar or the inside of a church because it's beautiful. I walked through Italy and took 1,000 pictures inside all the churches. That's not against the
But
law.
even
That
the
should-
Saligow Church says no photography, no photographs.
the best village
but
in
nobody
Goa.
takes notice of that.
It is they mentioned Saligow. Whenever you say that, I'm going to say that, by the way. Saligow Church, one of the most famous churches. You can take all the pictures you want.
No, you can't. They've got a sign. You're
Well-
not allowed because they're trying to avoid tourists doing that kind of
Well,
stuff.
you're trying to avoid people misbehaving. There's a certain amount of respect in a mosque, in a temple, in a church. It's a house of worship. I can understand to a degree, but these are not landmarks. What are they called? I create. What are they called?
Oh, the World Heritage Sites.
Heritage sites, but these are places that are like tourist destinations.
Yeah, but Mervyn, during the exposition of St. Francis remains, you can't have your camera out, you can't take photographs. So literally you're being respectful and you're filing past the glass coffin. Okay. However, when his body is at the top of the side altar, then people, of course, take photographs there, but you're not allowed to linger for a long time.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, there you go. You can't take pictures at certain these places. It would blow my mind, and I would never have guessed him. We're moving on to the next thing that is very, very exciting. Bullet trains coming to India. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So you run over people faster. You kill people. No, that's what's happening now with the fucking trains we have. These old antique trains that have been in are you kidding me? Coming to India, all aboard India's bullet train, Japan's E10 high-speed trains to run on Mumbai-Ahmedabad route. Here's what. Talk to me.
The thing is, regarding this, it's probably not going to be in use until 2030. So there's a lot of money that's been spent on this project. But if you actually just see the speed at which these tracks are being built and the huge project work that's involved in order to get the right kind of tracks between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. It's massive. It's absolutely huge. Have you got photographs?
It's a 508 kilometer long Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail that will be built with the Japanese, I believe, right?
So the Japanese, they'd already gifted some trains, actually, in fact. So there was
warranty expired, half price.
So what was it? The E5 and the E3, they were free of cost to India, but I'm not sure they're not even in use.
Image is a project. Go back to that. What does that say? The project cost how many? 1,08,000 crores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's development. It's positive development. There's nothing wrong with it, dude. If I can make more people... Yeah, get there.
Sorry about that.
No, there's nothing wrong. I like that tune.
We're not promoting Lenovo, though.
Easy for you to say. Look at that, dude.
Put my teeth in.
Look at that.
But Ajoy, there's also, this is amazing what they're doing in terms of the building works.
The Japan-style trains traveling upwards of 300 kilometers per hour could soon be seen ferrying passengers between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. An all-weather ally, Japan has played a crucial role in helping India in various areas through tech transfer, loans, and by other means. Japan's role has been crucial in helping India lay down a web of metro rail networks across various major cities of the country. And soon, it will provide India with two proven bullet trains, the Shinkansen's E5 and E3.
So I believe they're being
I like how he says
testing in
Ahmedabad.
2026.
Ahmedabad.
But
it's a good idea, dude.
I tell you what, though, they better make sure that those tracks are clear of humans, of cows, and everything in between, mate. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of
Tell you what, dude,
apparatus out there, mate.
If you're on the side of the road wicket keeping, mate, you won't need to wipe after that train goes by you. I swear to God, dude, there's go by and come on. No need to wipe. You don't need water, boy. You're clean. Get up and walk away.
Air wash, man. It's going to be air wash.
I love the development. The things that happen here in India, I think they're brilliant, and I want to see more of them. I just hope they think them through. You've got so many challenges with people, humans living so close to these rail lines and the stations. I look at our old antique trains that are in operation right now, and I just shake my head. How do they keep continuing to function with the thousands of people that travel and use them every day? They're so old and need to be replaced. But those tracks that these trains are on, and now when you're going to put these really high-speed bullet trains on, those tracks, they're the lifeline. They're going to have to take care of these trains traveling at those high speeds with dogs and cows and people crossing the tracks and all that. It's scary.
But these are major engineering projects that they have in order to be able to carry those new trains. It's massive.
I think it's good.
The thing is, I think what is additionally very interesting is that apparently, very quietly in Haryana, India has actually rolled out its first hydrogen train. So they're doing some trials. So this is amazing. I think this is phenomenal for green energy.
What is that, Ajoy? यहाँ किधर है?
So this is part of
Mumbai,
the bullet
Ahmedabad.
train. This is part of the bullet
Oh,
train.
this is part of the bullet
Yeah,
train.
yeah.
Man, we've moved on. I love the fact that you've mentioned hydrogen trains, if that's
Yeah.
what you can do.
So they only emit water vapor. Now that's a game changer.
With climate summit selfies, India chooses talk over talk. In a significant advancement for sustainable transportation, India has successfully tested its first 1200 horsepower hydrogen powered train.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's
I feel.
cool, man. In Chennai.
In Haryana.
It just said Chennai in this video. Okay.
I just say, man, I know we have so much potential. Come on, guys, just elect the right people who are delivering results, and we're gonna reach the moon. We all reached the moon.
Hydrogen.
But you have to. This fight against pollution is huge here. So something like this is going to make a huge difference in order to kind of have more green energy.
Baba, you should ask them to build the Roro ferry. Those flipping seats. Did you see the videos of the Roro ferry? Brand new ferry. The seats falling apart.
Oh,
The
stop
ceiling
it, no
tiles.
way.
Okay, sorry. I think this hydrogen train is a game changer. I think it'll be. Can I ask you why is this being produced here in India? By the way.
Yeah, there's Make in India as well as it being green mobility, sustainability.
I think it's brilliant, and I think more countries around the world would jump on it and adopt this technology because it's good for the environment.
I mean, it's not been pioneered here. I believe that there's Germany and Japan have led the way, but of course India is also following suit, which is phenomenal.
Good on India.
Which is just what they need to do.
Narendra Modi ji, well done. No, I think it's great. I think, listen, it's clean technology. High speed and hydrogen. The two H's, and I hope they succeed.
Absolutely.
We'd love to see the development. Okay, what are we talking about next? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, this is the Merto Show where we love you to interact. We've got your messages and calls in, but for now, we're just going through topical and trending items that we thought would be interesting to bring to the...
Yeah.
What is this?
No, this is tightrope walking.
It's not
across the
tightrope. This is Maharashtra. How you say it? Say it.
Konkan region, I'm saying it's easier.
Konkani?
So it's over the Napne Waterfall. So this is a glass walkway, which is absolutely phenomenal. It looks absolutely beautiful. So this is newly inaugurated.
It's scary, wouldn't you say?
Yes, of course.
Maharashtra gets its first glass skywalk over Napne Waterfall.
Yeah.
And what is our local waterfall over here? Dudhsagar?
Dudhsagar, it's
Dudhsagar,
absolutely beautiful.
Harwale, and I don't know.
Ulai mare.
There's one in Kolwale also.
Now sang mare Kodwar third.
I have no idea what's the name.
This is so cool because you've got a lot of people that come here to go to Dudhsagar. Dudhsagar is a beautiful waterfall, but this is a glass bridge.
Yeah.
Maharashtra gets its first glass skywalk of Napne. The inauguration of the skywalk was announced on Tuesday by Regional Minister Nitesh Rane. Under the, oh my God, Sindhu Ratna tourism scheme. The minister took on his social media to make the announcement where he described it as a birthday tribute to Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis.
How much did it cost?
I don't want to know.
99.63 lakhs.
That's under a crore.
Yeah, just
That's not. Is that too expensive?
It's a little garish looking, I have to say. I mean, it's amazing, and I think it's a phenomenal initiative.
I think there was just maybe decorations for the inauguration, maybe.
I don't know. They've got this butterfly at the opening. So the butterfly at the start of it, I believe, is for you to take your selfies.
Ecotourism, there it is. Boosted aiming. Yeah, I think it's a good idea because this bridge will generate enough revenue over time to pay for itself. My one concern, and I say this about anything brand new and shiny here in India, is I hope they maintain it. We don't end up with pond spit on the floor and you can't see the water down below. That's awesome being new, and I just would love them to maintain. That's cool, man.
But the thing is, I mean, how do you kind of gauge the ROI on that? Because it's not like it's in the middle of a big region.
50 rupees.
So it's, I don't know whether they're charging you to go on it.
They can. I'd pay to go.
I think they should. And you know what?
But use the money to maintain it. Sorry, Ajay.
Yeah.
It'll pay for itself because we know that we have a huge population here, so it's going to happen.
Yes, I mean, it's 3 kilometers from Vaibhavwadi. So, you'd obviously hope that the local community and the local town can actually just gain some revenue from the tourists that are visiting.
Let me tell you, they charge you money when you go to the Agua Jail project thing down there. They charge you, what is it, 100? How much is 1,000?
Oh, I can't remember exactly.
I don't have a problem. Even when I did Europe, when we traveled through Europe, they charge you £1, €1 to use the restrooms.
Not everywhere, though.
As long as that money gets put back into maintaining these places, there's nothing wrong. Charge people. Charge something nominal. 10 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees. But that money has to go back into the maintenance. You know what I mean?
I mean, this is the right time of year for people to visit because during monsoon season, those waterfalls will look absolutely spectacular.
Oh, I'd go in the monsoon, dude. I'd definitely go there in the monsoon.
And talking about a glass bridge, we have a rope bridge that was meant to come up between Panjim and Bidi on Resh Magos. Yes.
A rope bridge.
From Resh Magos Ford to Panjim.
Shut up. Across the river?
Yes. It is. There's plans for it. I know that.
Oh, plans for it. I thought you said open. I've never heard of it.
Don't worry, Merv. We're not going to be doing anything without you. You're going to be there as front and center to inaugurate this thing. Most importantly, test it out for the first time.
I would love to. You kidding me? You let me walk across the river?
You do it like monkey bars. You go underneath it. Why not?
Yesterday, Calvin De Mello claimed to be the youngest swimmer ever to swim the Mandovi. Can you look that up for me right now? Calvin, curly Q, curly locks, Calvin De Mello said, at 4.5 years, he swam across the Mandovi River. And I think it's BS.
That's quite a claim. Wow.
He left the party last night, by the way.
Hang on.
Bros before hoes, nothing to it.
I don't know if he's the first, but they definitely used to swim across as a challenge across the river.
He said he was the youngest.
School kids used to do that.
Yes.
I know that.
And you know what? Today, if you try and do that, you'd probably be swimming, in all kinds of crap.
Whoa.
I don't want to know about it.
And they've seen crocodiles in that river as well, along that very same route.
Can I tell you?
Those crocs.
On the Mandovi?
Yes.
Okay, now.
It's full of diesel fumes and all sorts.
They wouldn't survive in that river, dude.
Dude, I'm not kidding you. Some huge crocs have been seen there in Goan Standard. Okay?
I heard we have some property in Valpur. There's a river called the Mahade River, and a couple of the locals told me this last week when I went there. There's already crocodiles in this river, dude.
Therefore.
Oh my God. I would love to do this walk, and if the Panjim, the rope bridge ever comes up, 100% count me in. I'm going to do it.
Unfortunately, it's not. They have scrapped the project.
Oh, is it?
Well, you took a photo. Look at that.
Sponsor it.
Has been scrapped. Oh gosh, I was so excited.
You're just full of crap. I don't think that was ever the plan to have why would you have a rope bridge? It
was
the
discussed.
ropeway project from Resh Magos to Panjim scrapped. Okay. Well, that ends that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go on to this cricket thing that you guys wanted to talk about. I'm not a fan of cricket, but I love... Well, who do you keep bringing these 4 girls up on the screen for, Ajoy? Do you not... Is there... What is the handshake? Talk about the handshake.
No,
Go
we'll
on,
go
let's talk
back
about
to
it.
it. Yeah, what were you talking about? The 3 girls.
He keeps bringing these chicks up on the screen.
Oh, that's one of our...
What is that?
I think one of our fans has actually shared that.
Okay, we'll come back to that later. Let's talk about is there some big deal about this cricket thing? The handshake, everyone's talking about. Ben Stokes still under fire from Aussies over post-match moment, and things are getting heated. What happened? Who knows? I don't know anything about this.
So, Wilbert, what's the latest score? I think England need 142.
Is that not finished yet?
No, it's still going on.
So it's 2-2 yet?
No, it's 2-1. The last one was drawn. So this was the point. In the 4th test, there was controversy because Ben Stokes was basically just trying to get India to just shut down now. It's only going to be a draw, so let it be. Let's just call it a day.
Okay.
But actually, it wasn't really good sportsmanship. It's not quite cricket, which is obviously it's not the right thing to do. He should have just let them play out and get their centuries. Wilbert, give a bit more detail around that.
Sangmoga.
I will have to search it.
Come on,
my God. No, kill this. This is as boring as it gets. Get on to the next goddamn thing.
I'll tell you what.
It's basically Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja. They were coming up to their centuries, but because it was only going to finish it as a draw, Ben Stokes was just trying to cut it down. And
Can I ask a question? How does a cricket match come in? How do you draw a cricket match? You end up with the same identical score.
No. So essentially, in a test match, you have each team gets 2 innings, so two times to bat.
Okay.
Okay. So the first inning, the first team goes and scores an amount. Then the next team goes and
tries to beat that score.
Beats that score.
Okay.
Tries to get some more on the scoreboard. Then the first team
goes
comes and
back.
bats the second time and tries and overtakes that score or adds to their previous score, and that the last final amount is what the fourth innings, which is the second team's second innings, they have to bat and overtake that. So if they can't do that within 5 days, then it's a draw.
Oh, God damn. I can't be bothered, dude.
Well, you know, you're not a cricketer. You're a golfer, aren't you? at the
you
end
want
of the
your
day?
baseball.
And a
That's a true
basketballer.
gentleman's. I'm not a big baseball fan either, Jack. I love basketball. I love American football. I love soccer. I love all those. Listen, I love everything. I'm probably going to love it more if I'm playing it rather than watching cricket or baseball. But anyway.
But the thing is, they've got this newly inaugurated Anderson Tendulkar Trophy. So whoever wins are actually going to get that trophy for the first time. So it was formerly called the Paturdi and Anthony de Mello Trophy, apparently.
Gautam Gambhir tears into Stokes on handshake row, says if someone's batting on 90, listen.
For pride. It's for pride you want to get your centuries.
So essentially, there's like a gentleman's agreement in this sport, especially in Test match, that on the fourth innings or the last innings, if you know that you're heading for a draw, if both the teams agree, they can curtail playing further so they don't waste each other's time and call an end to the match. But in this case, there were a couple of batsmen who were close to scoring a century, so the Indian players want to play a little bit more, which the British or the UK or the England players didn't like.
That's not cool. That's not cool. If somebody's going to hit a milestone, let them do it, yeah? Whatever, not bothered. It's something that there again we come back to sportsmanship, morals, values. You're a superstar athlete. Lead by example. Okay, I can't be bothered. Moving on. I'm
Just
so
tell us
not
what you
bothered
really
by
think,
this.
Mervyn.
Do you want to see the video where there was a little bit of controversy? Would you like to see that?
Go
What
on,
about?
just let us see it.
Do it. Play it. What? This is the controversy. This is the video.
This is the video. One second, I'm going to play it for you guys. Just a second. So this is where they were not. There was an issue. They were trying to get people to get the Indian team to announce a draw.
How long do you need? An hour?
Asking how long do you need to complete your century?
Tell them to fuck off. You know what? I'm going to hit my century. I'm going to keep playing. What's your problem?
They should give them the courtesy of that. Absolutely.
And I think I guess the Aussies are they are the arch rivals for India as well. They came out in support and they actually basically batted for what is right, pun intended. They basically questioned the reasoning of the England team, and rightly so. I think that's
So these are the Australians that are standing up for the Indians and saying, you know what, that's a good thing. You know what, good.
But
good
I think
kudos to
they're
them.
also stirring the pot, which
Why?
I don't blame them because the Ashes test is coming up in November as well. So because obviously England, Australia have had this huge rivalry over the years. So currently Australia have got the Ashes. They won it in 2023. So now the next test is happening for the Ashes in November 2025.
Okay, moving right along. Enough of that. This is something we touched upon when we spoke about controversy. I love this. This is exactly what you need, and I don't know much about him, but if he's actually bringing this out into the open. Vijay Sardesai on corruption.
Yeah.
Panchayats are ATMs for corruption. Makes big claims made in India. Go assembly. Is there any truth to it? I'm sure there is.
There's a lot to this. Go on.
It takes
Ajay.
balls, by the way, him as a politician being able to bring this forward.
Absolutely.
No?
You have to kind of lead from the front, don't you? And call these things out. Ajay, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, it's all tied into the issue with the state, with our country. There's no accountability. The rules are being broken. Where do I start and where I stop? It's never going to stop. As long as we don't, make a change in terms of how we vote, we'll be constantly discussing this. Sadly.
So I think the point that he was making from saying that there were like ATMs, he's saying that there's a select few individuals that are kind of benefiting from these things, and it's not necessarily the constituents. So, he's kind of called out the fact that there's in a lot of instances, there's huge works are being agreed, but then no tenders are being undertaken in order to award the contracts. You know, some of these panchayats, they've not had any audits for 10 years and things like that.
See, but that's scary, Joanne. I'm glad you're mentioning it. We talked about that. We keep talking about this. We keep coming back to the same topic. We need to get a politician on the show and ask him these tough questions.
Yeah.
I don't understand if any money changing hands here in this country should be audited, right? So you want to make sure it's all being done well and clean and all. You have the central government trying to do, what are they this thing out, they roll out these new bills. What is it called? Demonetization.
Acts you're talking about?
No, the 2000 bill got demonetized, right?
Yeah, it's a demonetization.
So I'm talking about, I heard yesterday that they're supposed to be doing it with the 500 bill. There's supposed to be a new 500 and a new 1,000 rupee bill that is coming out with better security features and all this kind of stuff. What's the use?
But that whole demonetization in 2016, that achieved nothing.
It does. It brings money out of the woodworks. It brings.
You're wrong, Merv. Because
it didn't, Merv.
It's supposed to.
It didn't.
As per RBI, they recover. It was supposed to recover a lot of so-called black money, and it didn't. They didn't account for any black money after that whole process. So those are just plain facts. You cannot argue with that.
Listen, if you and I'm so anti. Well, I'm not going to say anti-taxes. I'm anti. This government makes some stupid rules. Our accounts guy was telling us the other day, or somebody was telling me the other day, that you're paying taxes that are getting higher and higher. And this discussion is a very good discussion. But if you're going to tax people and double tax people up to 25 lakhs don't have to pay taxes. And then once you start generating that amount of money, you pay 18%. You're going to drive people to do all these illegalities because, this is my opinion again, you have countries around the world where they've got very high rates of taxation. But those people get all the benefits and they're not worried about, they're happy to pay the taxes because they look like Scandinavian countries, Finland, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, some of the highest taxes, 40, 50, 60% in tax. But you get that money in benefits, right? You're seeing your tax dollars at work, as opposed to here in India where you're paying high. They've got these stupid rules and silly things that you have to do, and you make these. They tax you on a lot of the stuff, but you're not seeing the benefits. Like you're saying, these ATMs are like the Panchayats are like ATMs.
Well, it's like license to print money almost.
And you can do all this demonetization till the cows come home, but unless you have a system, why do you have black money in the first place? It's people trying not to pay to avoid paying the taxes, right?
That's right.
You've got some very smart people, economists, people in the industry, in the government that know exactly where the money is, but it's the corruption of the people that allow the big shots to hide their money.
But he's basically saying that there was a 50% loss of public funds because there was no audit.
Why is there no action taken, Joanne?
2024. That's horrific. That is
read
daylight
that again.
robbery.
Can you read that out again? Read that.
I'm saying from 2010 to 2024.
14 years.
There was a staggering loss of public funds of 50% because there was no audits on a lot of the panchayat departments.
So who has access to this money? Anybody know?
It's gone. Poof.
Yeah, but these are magicians, dude. They're like Brett. You turn freaking wine into water. How do you lose 50% of the money that is, and it's at the panchayat level?
Public works.
At panchayat level?
That's what they're saying. And that's the thing. Apparently, there was some problem in Talegaon with the drinking water, and then the PWD were blaming the panchayat. The panchayat were blaming the PWD, and so there was a lack of accountability.
I can tell you all about that because I stay in Panjim and we stay near the Talegaon area. So we are not getting water for during the summer. This recently concluded summer. We were not getting water for 5 to 10 days at a time. And then you get for a little bit for 1 or 2 days, and then another 5 to 10 days no water. And these guys couldn't pinpoint the problem. Then when they started to figure it out by probably pushing more water towards our area, then this issue about the some drainage or a sewage line coming in, basically leaking into the public drinking system, they didn't even know where they could find that thing. Yeah. Can you imagine? And I don't even know if it's
smart
solved.
City, baby.
It's not even solved. I don't think it's solved. I don't know if it's solved, which is scary. And money has been gone to do these works, to set things right, and it's still not right. Another example I'll give you, and this is fact. Where we stay was one of the first one or two places that they installed underground cables, electrical cables, right? So they did that, contracted did his job, and he left. Now, 1.5 years after that...
I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to laugh.
I saw these electricity department guys coming, and they're stringing the wires again from the top because the wires underneath the ground are not working. Can you imagine?
100 crores of product गावला मरे तुका 70 crore खंय गेलो 30 कोटीयाचो काम केलं मरे आणि you wanted to work for. Listen, guys,
mind-blowing, man.
it is sad. It is really sad. And you live in a fancy area. You live next to the governor's mansion, right?
It wasn't that fancy before, but if you want to call it that. We were just wanting to stay away from everybody.
No, but this is it. If 50% of the money, put that goddamn article up again. I can't believe this. This has got to be some kind of joke.
It's saying 50% loss of public funds over that period from 2010.
What if I stop paying 50% of my taxes? Would I get away with it? What if 50% of the flipping funds that I deposited in a bank disappeared? Would I?
ED will come here. Talk to
Who's
ED?
ED? Erectile dysfunction. ED konre amcha.
Enforcement Directorate.
You should hang him by the balls. I'm telling you, if somebody cannot... Why should money magically disappear? This money's being collected and people are trusting that the government, when they pay their taxes, the government's going to take that money and use it for the right reasons. It doesn't disappear. You've got politicians driving Range Rovers, Land Rovers, Lamborghinis, Ferraris. Mate, that doesn't come out of thin air.
But he's claiming that these posts are being sold for things like 20 lakhs, 10 lakhs.
What's being sold?
The posts themselves.
The job posts.
The job posts are being sold for this kind of level of revenue. So he said it's like some menu card for the departments, and they're buying and selling the posts.
That's true, and it happens even with we were talking about the police posts as well. It's
same thing, no?
Yeah.
To become a teacher, you got to pay. To become a cop or get a raise in...
to go to the next level.
Nothing on merit. And you know what, talking about this, the cash now, there's an ongoing case where a high court judge, was he a high court or was he a Supreme Court judge? His house caught on fire. So naturally the firefighters had come to quell the fire. And they go into one of his rooms. It's filled with cash, mate. It's filled with cash.
That's why they did the demonetization.
Now they've started, because you can't hide this. The cash was found, and this is a high court judge. So he's presumably taking money to probably grant favorable
Was this not publicized?
It was publicized, and then,
what happened?
Because of maybe they couldn't run from it. So now the proceedings are in the Supreme Court to get this guy, debarred and removed.
Is he still in office?
He's still in office.
Shut up.
And the process is on to get him removed. And you know what? He's fighting it. Apparently, he's fighting it in the Supreme Court. But his filings doesn't have his name in it. So apparently, he's trying to hide his identity. He's put a petition under where his identity doesn't need to be revealed. And those cases of not revealing identity only applies to rape victims.
Oh gosh, that's.
Can you imagine this?
This is our country. Amche Bharat. Amche. It's sad. It's sad these things happen, and we laugh and joke. This is entertainment with a mission. We want to be able to educate people along the way, but it is sad and it's scary that these things are still happening. Politics, the judicial system. I don't know where to start.
But the really sad thing is that they're saying in certain panchayats where they're passing bills worth of 85 lakhs without there being any discussion around that. And then 65 lakhs worth of works are being awarded to people without any tenders. I mean, that's huge amounts of money. It's terrible.
This is not just about the panchayat, Joanne.
No, I know
See,
that.
what happens is the panchayat level is where, the people get a chance to choose what they want for their so-called village. The panchayat is basically governs a village.
Yep.
So the people can vote for what projects they want, X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
But you know what? I see a common refrain from these panchayat guys. They say, or the sarpanchs as they call it, they say that, see, it's been passed by the state government. They've given the permissions. Who am I to stop them?
Yeah.
Right? So it's a double-edged sword, and they keep on passing the buck. One guy will say that the panchayat is at fault. The panchayats will say that the state government is at fault. Who the hell is at fault?
So there's no accountability.
And try taking them to court, and that'll last you another 15, 20 years of your life. And that's what's sad. You know what? You're losing a generation. You're using the younger generation that hears these stories that's commonplace. They've never heard of good people in power. It's depressing. It is. What's the word? You lose hope, right?
Well, you do, but then there's another case we haven't even got time to cover today, which was about Anil Ambani. So essentially,
you heard about that
fraud case where he's been barred from leaving India because there's like this ongoing fraud case.
17,000 crore.
Yeah. That's
My
a
God.
lot of money.
We will talk about that in next week.
Another show. Even I wanted to talk about the tsunami. It didn't peter out, didn't it? But it was big news.
It was, but apparently the force of a tsunami is all dependent on the floor bed, the floor of the floorbed of the sea, in terms of how it will kind of the trajectory of how it builds up momentum, or it doesn't build up momentum, or it gets slowed down. So I was listening to one of these experts when it first happened, and I was like, wow, that's quite phenomenal.
It's
and
a blessing.
Thankfully,
it was a big
didn't
one.
turn into
8.8 or 7.8 or something.
Yeah.
What was the tsunami? What was the earthquake?
8.3 or something.
8.8. 8.8 on the Richter scale.
Hilbert. Oh, Hilbert.
Yes.
8.8, right?
Yes.
And luckily, it didn't kill.
Thank God. I don't know if there was loss of life, and if there was, it was minimal, but still.
Pacific.
You know.
It was in the Pacific.
Yes.
Okay, Willie, you're on.
Yes.
Sangmare. This is going to be the last topic we talk about today. We're going to talk more about Dr. Lloyd.
What about Mr. Beast? Aren't we
Nah,
just
don't
behind
give a
him?
shit.
He's
Okay,
got
well,
400
okay,
million subscribers.
Here we go.
We're
This
just
is
behind him.
The Wilbert Beast. Wilbert Beast from he's going to start something completely brand new. That is going to make him bigger than Mr. Beast had 400 million viewers.
Subscribers. So yeah, he's hit that milestone, but apparently the internet didn't like the award.
Why?
That YouTube made especially for him.
Good for him, dude. He's, you know what? You got to give credit. Unlike a lot of people here locally, when somebody's doing a good thing, which we love to promote, Mr. Beast has done what he's done. Good for him. When people do good things, always try to commend and support.
It wasn't about bringing him down. They were saying that they had cobbled together this award and they didn't like the look of it.
The award.
They just said
400 million. That's a big number. Well done, Mr. Beast.
All I can say to Mr. Beast, beware, the Merto Show is coming, baby.
Yeah, not even close, dude. I don't even know what the number is, but all I'm saying, you know what? You can laugh all you want about the Merv Show, but Merv Show is going to promote. Did y'all put this out there last week?
No, we need to do that. But we did make our donation, but we need to actually
make a
promote
donation.
it more.
If anybody has pets and you want to have, especially dogs, and you want to have them taken care of, these guys were so kind to us last week. And I'm going to call it the Amazon India address. Maharashtra, no, that's the actual address. It's the ASA Outreach.
Yes, it is.
If you need to spay, neuter, or take care of an injured dog, please save this number. These guys came out and did such a brilliant job. I don't mind. I'm happy to promote these people. It's the ASA Outreach. The number is 8149-893-087. We've got loads of animals, strays that are out there roaming the streets, and a lot of times you see them when they get injured, or you want to help a stray. Give these guys a call. They don't ask for anything, but you can make a donation, which I think you should do in all fairness. So thank you for the work you guys do.
Yes, and
you want to mention Katerina?
Yes, absolutely. To one of my best friends, Katerina, absolutely.
Who was her friend? She had a lady that came with her.
And Julie also. Yeah, they did.
Thank you for the work.
Phenomenal work.
Thank you for the work you do. Okay, Wilbert Beast, you wanted to get one last story in, mate. Go on for it.
Yeah, so this is about Team Water. Mr. Beast and Mark Rober. So the two of the biggest YouTubers. They have launched a campaign for saving drinking water, like to some villages in Africa. So if anybody is willing to donate, they can go ahead and donate.
That's cool, man.
Wow. So that's basically saying
6,576,978,000
total years of water
Supply.
supplied. That's amazing.
But I hope
Clean
that
drinking water.
I hope it goes to good use. It goes where it's intended. Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't need that many years of water, but they just need to come up with a technology that can give these people or people around the world. We talked about this yesterday.
Yeah, but it's
there's going to be a
also-
crisis, fresh water crisis in the world.
There is.
No?
And a good topic for the next show, maybe a upcoming show. Apparently, in the US and in Australia now, water has become a commodity.
It is indeed.
That can be sold and bought as shares on the stock markets there.
Yeah,
we've
but in the
discussed
UK, they've privatised the water companies and they've made a mess of it. They were just, instead of focusing on providing the best provisions and utilities of water, it was all about making profits. Now the government has to step in again. But yes, apparently there have been predictions that in the future there will be world wars over water and the supply of water and getting access
water
to it.
tanker gaya, so local water tanker.
But also, Wilbert, one of our viewers had actually also wanted us to share. We talked about the rubbish and the garbage last week.
Yeah.
They wanted us to share a video.
Talk about it. We're not going to get time to go through all of the rest of these things, but this is a good cause, and we like to promote good causes.
This is the video, Merv. This is the video.
Yeah, get that in.
Okay.
What?
So one of our viewers from Canada shared this with us.
We will share this link in the description so you can view it.
It's a video about not littering, making sure your environment is clean. And this was shared by one of our viewers, and they've asked us to share it with you all.
Who's the viewer?
Someone in Canada.
Somebody from Canada who didn't want to be named, which we respect. But it's a good message, so we should be doing this.
So where is this video being played? I've never seen it before.
This is on Facebook, and she shared it with us.
Okay.
And it's basically a video about not littering in India.
Flipping hell.
Basically, feko mat.
Feko mat.
Feko mat.
Uray na kare.
Uray na katum.
Are baba. I think, you know what, we're always happy to promote these kind of things. I thank you for sending that in, by the way. I always like to give credit where it's due, and when people are doing good things and they're trying to make the world a better place, we commend them. So thank you very much for sending that video. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we would love to hear from you, and if you've got some special thoughts and some ideas and things you'd like to promote, leave us a suggestion on our website, www.themervbritoshow.com, www.themervbritoshow.com. All the Instagram, all the social media handles on the screen. We want to hear from you. We love to hear from you, and we appreciate you liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channels. The videos, give us a like, show us some love. We really do appreciate it. We've got the one and only Dr. Lloyd coming on next week, right?
Absolutely.
Very
Looking forward to
excited.
that.
We will put out some information about Dr. Lloyd. He's our doctor, but he's an interesting person to speak to. There's a lot of you that know him.
Absolutely.
That's going to be next Sunday on the Merv Brito Show at 6 o'clock.
On the 10th of August.
On the 10th?
Can you believe it's August already?
I know. Half the year's gone.
I know it's two of your sisters' birthdays this month.
My sister's birthday's on the 6th. Happy birthday,
Two
Jackie.
of them, and Lorraine also.
But we'll get to wish her on the 18th.
Yeah.
Willie wants to say something on this feko mat as well.
On the what?
On the feko mat.
The feko mat.
Feko mat.
Video. Yeah.
Yeah, basically don't throw away your stones as well because you can be a millionaire.
What?
Yes, apparently there was this guy named Gary Dahl in USA. So his friends were complaining about taking care of his pets. And so he, as a joke, he came out with the perfect pet, rock. And he monetized it like hell. So he bought stones at the side of the road and also... Yeah. So for a few cents, he bought the rocks and he sold it for $3.95 each. And he made millions overnight. And it was considered as a really, really good Christmas gift to your family and all.
A pet rock.
Yes, a
I'm
pet
going to hit
rock.
you on your head with a freaking pet rock if you talk about this stupid store. Actually, you know what? He did something with it, no, Willie?
Yes.
He made millions out of it.
Yes.
Are go not get it. You know, we should do Reamare with pet sand.
Yes.
But the thing is, people here in Goa don't throw out the stones. They really throw out the litter, which causes a lot of environmental
We should
havoc.
do.
And I must say, your brother does great work in recycling.
Yeah, I was.
Great work.
Yeah.
I was. And you know what? Good point. They're doing a lot. But these are the things that people can do and generate a revenue, use their brains, and monetize it because it's a great product that helps recycle and put garbage where it belongs, is minimize the garbage, no?
Yes.
Thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back here next Sunday at 6 o'clock on the Merto Show. I hope you have a wonderful week. And like I always say, take care of yourselves. Joanne's got an England flag up. Why?
I'm just saying congratulations to the Lionesses because they retained their European Championship title last week. Yay!
Represent.
See, it's all about the teamwork. See, guys, look what we can achieve.
The teamwork makes the dream work. Until the next weekend, next Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Son.
And England is apparently going to win the Test series.
Hello. Do you want me to put my flag up again?
Please.
I'm sorry, India. What can
We
I
will
say?
be back next Sunday at 6 o'clock. And until then, take care of yourselves and take care of one another. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the show. Leave us some love, like, share, and subscribe our videos. And until next Sunday, have a wonderful week.